then they split before I was born. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. As a kid, there was a couple times like he came to my grandma's house. He came to my grandma's house, and I just thought it was like my oldest brother's friends. Like I walked right past the nigga, and my grandma would be like, "Oh, you know who that was?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, that was your dad. You gonna say hi to your dad?" And I said, "No, I ain't gonna lie."
But why did it always be like that? It always be like after they leave, it'd be like, "Oh, you know who that was, right?" You know what I mean? It's never when they sit in the living room. It's never when they just got out the restroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never be like, "Oh, your dad's here." Woo. It's always when they leaving. "Oh, you know that was your dad, right?" Or "You know who that was, right?"
Mm-hmm. I don't like the last time I seen that nigga. He came
potty
over.
mouth. Got a potty mouth.
Last time I seen him, he came over to my grandma's, and he was drunk, and it was like I think like 2 days before my birthday, or 2 weeks or something like that. It has something to do with it too. But he came over, and I ain't gonna lie, that's the one time out of every time I see him that like I had a feeling that was my dad. But I still just walked past because I don't know him for real.
Right.
So I was walking by, and he was like, "You're not gonna say nothing?" And I look back, like, "Who are you?" Right? He was like, "Don't act like you don't know me. It's your dad. Come give me a hug." I'm like, "Bro, what?" I ended up giving him a hug, and he started like talking about like what I'm doing for school and stuff like that. Like the conversation was so awkward. And then I go inside, and apparently like the conversation that happened after, like what do you call it? My mom was like, "Oh, do you know who that is?" And then he said my older brother at first. He was like, Dejuandre. And then, what do you call it? And then after that, my mom was like, you know his birthday is coming up, right? He couldn't even say when my birthday was. On some crazy. And, then, she was like, what'd you even come over here for? He was like, I ain't gonna lie. That's what he came over for.
Right.
And then she just got mad. She was just like, "Yeah, just leave." Left.
It's crazy. How long ago was that?
This was either 9th or 10th grade.
Well, that's last time you seen him?
Recent, but not recent. Yeah. What about you?
Nah, I know my pops. My pops is locked in for real. That's a cool dude. I feel like I definitely think we got a way better relationship than we did when we was a kid. And it's not for, a specific reason as far as like we was into it or I hated him or nothing like that. He just wasn't around. But like I've always known who my dad is. I've always, I always loved my dad, and I never had no problem with my dad. It was just blood was never there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't say I'm a daddy's boy, but I also wouldn't say I'm a mama's boy either. But, me and my dad always been like that. But it's also not no secret that out of all my dad's kids, I'm his favorite though. You know what I mean? I've always been favored by him. I look the most like him. I act the most like him. And also, out of all his kids, I'm really the only one that has an effort to be around them, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I don't have no problem with my dad. Obviously, I don't agree with all the things that he's done or all the decisions that he's made before, but he's cool though. Like I said, I think we have a way better relationship now. I think, like I told him, and I told my mom too, I feel like it's so easy for us to have the relationship that we have now because I'm older, and the relationship that I have with you, it doesn't consist of me looking for a father figure. It doesn't consist of me looking for a son and a dad relationship. You know what I mean? Maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, sure. But nah, now I don't need that. And especially like now, like I got my own kid. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for a daddy. I'm being a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I feel like now that we're older, well, I mean, now that I'm older, we have a better understanding of each other. Like, he's really like my nigga for real. We're really like homeboys on some shit. Like, obviously, you know, I give him the respect as a father, and you know, he gives me the respect as a son, but we're really like homeboys. Like, we talk on the phone like we're really, like, that's my dog. Like, same way I would talk to you, I would talk to him. Obviously, I wouldn't be cussing though, but like, yeah, it's on some shit like that. He's really like, he's really a cool nigga. Really a cool nigga. But the situation with my pops is bittersweet because none of my other siblings like him. So it's kind of like one of those black sheep kind of things. Like, you're the only nigga that fucks with our pops. Yeah. And nobody fuck with our pops. So it's like, when I was younger, me and my older brother and my sister, they used to not bump with my pops like that. And we used to be like a trio because out of all my mom's kids, us three are the only ones that got the same mom and dad. And then this is my 2 younger siblings. So since they don't bump with him, back then I felt like I was kind of like forced not to bump with him since they don't bump with him. So, you know, for me, I don't want to be, I mean, I was young. I didn't want to be the odd one out. I didn't want to be like, oh, everybody don't like pops. I guess I gotta not like pops. But I don't actually personally have a problem with my pops though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a bittersweet kind of thing. And we've had that conversation probably like a year or 2 ago. He said he understood whatever. But just stuff like that. Like, it was situations where I low-key feel like I gotta hate you. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But he never personally did nothing to me. I ain't gonna lie. He probably did some less fruitful things to my siblings. I don't know what, but I'm sure that's why they don't like him. But me personally, he never done nothing wrong to me. He never done me wrong. Never put me in harm's way. So I see him from a different lens than everybody else do. Based off the relationship that we've had and for what he's shown me since I've, you know, obviously been alive. So my dad's cool. He's cool as shit though. He's smart as heck. He just do stupid stuff. That too. Hey pops, stay out of jail, dog. Stop going to jail. But yeah, my dad's cool as shit. That's my dog. That is my dog, I'm not gonna lie.